Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the Kizer Mjolnir. The Kizer Mjolnir is a titanium frame lock flipper. See below in the description bar for the rest of the stats on this knife. Features M390 blade steel with no advertised HRC. A saber grind with a stonewash finish on the blade. Showing it there. A contoured titanium open frame design with 2 standoffs. Has a sharpening choil. Jimping on the flipper tab. A stylized pivot that's actually got torx on both sides. A bent titanium pocket clip that is both left and right hand carry, tip up only. Also features a slight pass-through, cut out for the pass-through, gives you access to the lock. There's the lock up, if you can see it. It's about 20%. It's just adequate as far as I'm concerned. This is actually designed by TK Knives, and it was Kizer's first M390 production knife. They have done a couple of others in M390, but this one is, they were all limited runs. This one's their production one. And it is actually a push button flipper. There, you can light switch it, but I found it actually works better if you push button it. I have to say this knife's a little bit bland. I like my knives to have a little bit of anodizing or a bit of bling or something. It's just all business really with this knife. And the titanium scales, while the shape of the knife makes your hand, there it is in the hammer grip, gives me plenty of room with my extra large hands on the grip. While the way it's shaped, I actually prefer these titanium framed knives to have a bit of texture as well, because it's all contoured and everything's nicely chamfered and contoured. And the way the handle's set up, it locks you in with this cutout. I'm not a big fan of it, but anyway, that's what they've done rather than putting jimping on there. It does lock your hand in, but again, I still like these tie frame knives to have a bit of texture, a bit of milling on the outside, gives it a little bit better purchase on the handle. Okay, the pros for this knife is its flipping action. It's a push button flipper, flips with authority. It almost drops shut. It's quite smooth. It's very close to the best push button flippers that I have, and it fires really well. And the price for the pro for this the other pro for this knife is the fact that it's sub $300 for an M390 tie frame lock. It's quite good value for money. Okay, the cons for this, and it's mainly the cons for this, although I will speak, one of them isn't, but most of it is mainly due to the shape of the handle, and as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't really fit me. It feels a bit strange ergonomically. If you look like that in the hammer grip, in the saber grip there, that's comfortable for me, but my hands feel bunched when you grasp the knife because of this angle here. It seems to feel like it's bunching my fingers, and it just doesn't feel as good as other knives I've found. I would have liked if they didn't put such a pronounced curve here and made it slightly more neutral, and I think that would have, for me personally, would have made it feel a lot better. It just has strange ergos for me. I like be able to, like if I wanted to actually go there and see, that feels really bunched. This finger here, index finger, is being bunched up against the flipper tab. And if you hold it where you, like naturally, like there, it feels like your thumb's not even touching the knife. Like if you want to go as far as that, that feels really bad because it's stretching here and it's not as good. The ergos are a bit different on this one, and that it's not like any other knives I have, and I understand that this is a sort of a theme for TK knives that they do this, but I much prefer a slightly less angled handle here. That's the only con, other than while it is centered, there is a slight amount of blade play. There's no lock rock like this way, you can't feel it. And I've torqued that pivot down as tight as I can get it, and it's still, you can actually feel it. It does have a slight amount of blade play left and right, but it is centered. It flips really well. It's just that there is a slight amount of blade play, and that is a con as well, as far as I'm concerned. None of my other flippers, normally you just tighten this up and they still fire all right, but it eliminates the blade play. Well, this one didn't. That con that's for everyone, but the handle shape is, some other people with smaller hands will probably get onto this and feel really, really comfortable. But yeah, that is a bit of a con. As a last note, I actually won this knife on ABF, Australian Blade Forums, through True Talon. Had a competition running, and then I won it. So it was like quite a good prize. And overall, it's a good knife, and I like it, but I don't love it. That's the best way I can describe it. It ticks all the boxes for me as far as everything, M390, except for the bit of bling. But yeah, if they'd maybe done a few like blue standoffs or something, blue pivot maybe, I don't know. I like a little bit of colour on my knives now these days. But overall, not a bad offering from Kizer. It's quite good. It's just, as I said, probably not my absolute favourite, but still quite a nice knife for a prize. Anyway, it's a short ramble for the Kizer Mjolnir. Thanks for watching.